For those of you who don't know, my favorite letter is E for Echo, which is also seen in the Photonic alphabet, which is going to pop up soon. So basically, I'm explaining here is what's going to happen and how this video is going to mainly take around Echo Sector. Before I really get into this, let me explain that the originality of this video was supposed to take around Alpha Sector. When I was playing the map Manifest, which if you don't know what that is, oh well, this map's taken on exposure. Anyways, this entire video was supposed to be around Alpha Sector, which is why most of the B-roll footage you'll see here is around Alpha 2 and Alpha 1, me basically going back and forth trying to capture it. The loadout I'm currently running is the one with Valk. I'm also running a K30 with a suppressor at the moment, and later on you'll see me playing Casper with the DM7 loadout. This will be explained later on. When it comes to playing objective games like Battlefield 2042, I am extremely competitive, which is why you see me trying to play Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 during this. So, here you see me running around with my squad mates early in the game. This game pretty much just got started except for the footage that you didn't see. Now, what is happening is basically me just trying to clean it out and going through a constant cycle of respawn, and die, up until I finally decide to take Echo Sector, which seems to be the hardest fought one right now. Like I said just a moment ago, what's going to happen is you're going to see me switch to my DM7 class, play Casper, and go to C1. Now, the reason why Charlie 1 is a great spot is because when I'm running my DM7, I can get a direct view at Echo 2, Echo 1, and arguably Beta 1, depending where you are. Now, the great part about this is it's really hard for enemies to hit you if you're at the edge of Charlie 1 in the building trying to look down at enemies. They're most likely not going to hit you unless they have a sniper or you have someone camping in the back of the spawn. I go into full detail about breaking down the map later on. Now, the only thing I have to worry about is if someone comes up behind me, is if they come from Beta 1, which is currently ours, and Delta 1, where they could come from the other side of the tunnel. And this frozen image explains why it's such a great vantage point. As you can see right here, I'm looking exactly down on Echo 2. All I have to do is maneuver a little bit to my right. I see Echo 1. And if I go around the corner, I can see Bravo 1. Right here, you see me trying to shoot some people, but as of course, I have Stormtrooper aim. So what you see is about to happen is that all the objectives around me are soon being taken, including Beta 1 and Delta 1, which I don't realize at all while I'm trying to shoot the people below me, which was my mistake, allowing the enemy come up behind me. And even when it says Charlie 1 is being taken, I don't realize it, and it's too late. So basically right here, I have to make an important decision. I can either A, just respawn and go somewhere else, or B, decide to respawn at Echo 2 while it's being taken, take Echo 1, and then retake my spot at C1. I'll explain real quick why this is important. So the map exposure basically builds up on itself. So it goes from Echo 2 all the way up and around to Alpha 2. So it's a bunch of high and low vantage points, especially good for snipers. This is why it's one of my favorite maps. As you can see here, Echo 1 and Charlie 1 both defend Echo 2, so it goes backwards on each other. One defends the other, so on. The US and the Russia spawn, bottom left and bottom right of their spawns, can easily take out people, especially if you have artillery trucks. What you see me showing right now is how the map builds back on itself. Bravo 1, which you see me circling right now, defends Echo 1 and Charlie 1, which are the main sectors that I need in order to keep Echo 2. But if Bravo 1 gets taken, then the flanks are open, especially Charlie. Also, Delta 1 defends Charlie 1, which allows another side of Delta to be taken. As in, if I'm at Charlie, Delta can get taken, meaning they can take my right side of the tunnel, or they could take the left side by Bravo. Now, what you see is Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 both defend Bravo 1 and Delta 1. Now, F1 and F2, Fred 1, Fred 2, they're kind of coexist. They defend each other. Maybe you can say they argue to defend Delta 1, but from Fred 1 also defends Echo 2, and from Charlie 1, if you're at the very edge or the top of the building, you can sit and snipe people at pretty much anywhere on the map, including Alpha and Fred, which I did not draw on this. Basically, I'm going through a diagram of how the map consists of defending. Each objective defends and attacks each other. Right here's the completed version of it. It's a pyramid that just stacks on top of each other. Great for sniping, defending, and attacking. The spawns of Russia and US both attack Echo 1 and Echo 2. Echo 1 and Charlie 1 defend Echo 2 or attack it. Everything goes back and forth. It can be defended or attacked for. Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 coexist. They defend each other, but the Alpha 1 also attacks Bravo 1. Delta 1 defends Charlie 1 and also gets attacked by Fred 1, while Fred 1 and Fred 2 kind of coexist. Fred 1 could also attack Charlie 1 and Echo 2. Depending what point of the mountain you're on, you're probably facing a big risk to fall off, though. Here, what you see me doing is spawning in and trying to take Echo 2 fully, but I get killed easily. My plan is to basically build up backwards. Right here, my plan is take Echo 2, take Echo 1, ignore Bravo 1, and go to Charlie 1 so I can get my sniper vantage point back. Every real Battlefield gamer and any other Call of Duty fan also knows this, the chuck the grenade and hope to God you kill someone strategy.
Steady, I have got you.
We need to retake, not even retake, we just need to take Echo 1. Okay, we took C1, so that's good.
Got one, target down. Eyes up, I'm reloading.
Sorry if it sounds like that I have the sniffles right now while I'm recording this or while it's playing, you hear me go in the background or something. It's because I am having really bad allergies right now, so just bear with me. Right here, what you see me do is about to take Echo 1, and afterwards, I go straight towards Charlie 1 and get absolutely destroyed trying to solo it.
Guys, I need to blow my nose, like, badly, so I'm sorry for all the constant sound, like, beeping, like, really good right now. What's that doing? He just got obliterated. I'm about to get killed.
We need you! Hold on! First aid! Take some!
Where's that hitting us? What the?
Down! Need assistance! Need assistance!
I don't have my med kit. It's actually a really good spot. Bad. Right, that's stupid.
Here! First aid!
Alright, we gotta go back to Echo 2, I think.
Move to the farm!
Go back to C. Oh.
I'm trying solo C, guys. Wish me luck. The only reason I really don't use scope is because, just take up too much of the screen. It's just too blocky. I mean, it's not bad, but...
It's also not like Modern Warfare where it takes up your entire freaking screen. And there's my failure to soloing Charlie. Okay. Well, there goes that plan.
As you see here, we are losing by a 200-point lead, and I think it's time that I decided we have to win now. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you take a sector in this new version of Battlefield, it takes away a lot of points from the enemy. Not just 10, but a lot more. if you just take one flag, like if you take a look at Echo 1 and Echo 2, if you just take one, you're only losing 10, maybe 5 points, depending. I don't know the exact. And then if you take just Charlie 1, Bravo 1, or Delta 1, though, those are all worth 20, 30 points because there's one flag, which is a whole sector, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. They should all be one giant sectors. They should all be Charlie 1, just like how it is on the Xbox One version. This is the Series X, if you didn't know. So, if I'm Jake, all these next objectives, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, and Delta 1, that's a lot of points right there. That's almost more than 100, which you could get off the enemy, which could bring us back to a possible win, as we're already halfway done with this game.
If you can't tell, I'm trying to get the Charlie sector as fast as possible so I can just start gunning people down at Echo 2 from above. Are you kidding me, bro? Holy. It literally put me on Charlie for 2 seconds. Yeah, I know. Crappy respawn time. Let's go. Nah, bro, this is my spot. What you doing?
Enemy tank located. Too far to judge.
And we're just gonna start losing Charlie again. Great.
As you can see here, the point lead is only by 124 points. Now, what I think is that there's a chance for victory, so I decided to spawn at Echo 2 and work my way up the pyramid.
Like 50 bullets to the dome and you don't die? Let's go.
At this point in the video, I've decided to give up on Echo and take a little break. Right now, I decided to go for alpha objectives, assuming they would be more interesting. Just a little side note, this was my 5th time attempting to record. I have tried on 4 other maps, including Renewal, Manifest, and that stupid Panama map. This was the last one, and I thought all hope was lost. But then, Echo 2 was taken. What I didn't realize was that there was a gunship and it killed me off camera. So here's what happens. I go to Delta 1 and I decide to snipe for one of my old spots, but it only lasts so long.
Harvey Oswald, you are. Jesus, JFK would have fucking seen the moon landing if your ass was shooting at him.
At this point, all hope was finally lost. There was no chance of winning. There was only one thing I could do left.
Begin your attack on that objective. Grenade going out.
I don't even feel like editing this.
I'll have you know that I did edit this. And it took a lot of time out of my day. But overall, was it really worth the pain and sweat to try and take Echo Sector the entirety of the game? No. No, it was not. Because I didn't get anything on the final leaderboard. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, just let me know in the comments below. This took a lot of time to do, but I had fun doing it. So anyways, catch y'all later.